Alright, we are back. More Pioneer, experimenting, getting out old ideas that I have not ran through yet. So today we've got Elder Deep-Fiend action. Let me show the preview panel. So we've got this thingy, which has a merge. So you sacrifice a thing, costs less, and you get to tap up to 4 permanents. So yeah, the point of this deck is you have Fierce Empath to get the Deep-Fiends. Eventually you can Deep-Fiend, sack a Deep-Fiend, and then use a Woodland Acolyte to put a Deep-Fiend back on the top of your deck. You've got a bunch of card draw effects to sort of keep things going together. And then you can sort of like Time Walk combo your opponent out of the game. It's not super effective against like instant speed effects, but we also just have a mid-range Collected Company shell. Our deck's full of Elves, Enduring Innocence, some Floodpits Drowner, and Reflector Mage as sort of interaction pieces, and then and a Werefox Bodyguard as well. And then Sandstorm Salvager as a value sack for the Deep-Fiend and just a beatdown card. So yeah, this is an old standard deck. We're giving a shot in Pioneer with some of the new cards to see if we can make it work. A lot of the decks I'm going to be playing and recording with are highly experimental, and probably flawed in both deck building and strategy. So, you know, if you're coming here to win your local Pioneer tournaments, maybe that's not what this is for. But if you want to see some cool stuff being tried out, then I've got you covered. Side deck I threw together really quick. We've got some creatures. We need a high creature count, so anti-wrath, anti all sorts of things. This could be good against like Cauldron decks. Knight of Autumn's actually pretty nice against Fabled Mirrorbreaker and Unholy Annex, in addition to other enchantment decks, artifact decks. We got some Seam Rips, Skyclave Apparition, Counterspell. So yeah, the sideboard could be a bunch of different things, but Pioneer's a big format, so you have a lot of great options, especially in these color combinations. The mana base also kind of interesting. We've got Verges and Shocks. We want to have a bunch of green on turn 1. Some starting towns as a tri-land is pretty nice. But yeah, this could also, the mana base could be constructed in a different way too. So lots of different options here, but this isn't about making the best final product. This is just about experimenting and learning in the format. Pioneer's relatively underexplored, so I'm going to spend some time exploring it. So I will see you all in the games, and I hope you enjoy. Alright, we've got a nice opening hand. I figure some people might ask about this. There's not, like, obviously there's no morphs. This is just there to loot. This is just a card I've never really played with, so I put it in my deck. So that's why it's there. There's no fancy reasoning. It's just sort of like a consistency card. But you know, you don't have to overthink this one. This card probably could be something better, but like I said, we're just experimenting. We're trying to play with things we have not played with yet. Okay, black-white cards. Vanishing Verse? That would be annoying. Kind of sad, but we do have a very strong start, even with the Vanishing Verse. Hopefully our company doesn't brick. Okay, so this is Greasefang, which makes everything a lot scarier. But maybe we can just tap things down. Alright, well, with that draw, so I can just trade for a card from their hand. I don't need to do that, though. I gain +2. So I could leave up Company and Drowner. If they have Greasefang on -2 mana, I think it's best to just be fine with being -2 mana. It's not the end of the world. Because if they don't have it, I'd rather Company. Okay. That's annoying. Those are good. Alright. So they can't replay that next turn. Drawing some more good cards. Alright, so let's shock. Let's empath. Get our Deep-Fiend, get a card. Yes. I guess I could probably tap out. What am I even doing though? I'm just double Deep-Fiending them. I don't really need to do that this turn, do I? So I'll say go. So extra blue source means I can just eat this. It's kind of an interesting game though. Because they have, like, they can just drain me, right? Maybe they can't race though. And this is a stun counter, so it's not going to untap. So I think if I just Deep-Fiend them, they probably lose. Maybe they have like a Fatal Push? Okay, so I take 3 now, 3 my turn, 3 their turn. I could just eat this though and get my thing back. It's going to cost me 4 mana. That's probably fine. Doesn't look like they have a vehicle anyway. Do I just die? 4 and 2. So I Prince here. Then I have double Deep-Fiend. Do I just die to Greasefang if they have Parhelion and then they top deck? Alright, let's just attack. I think I'm probably... I don't really need the second Deep-Fiend, likely. I think I want to deal with this. I get a Fatal Push, though. I suppose I could also Charming Prince Reflector Mage, pay 2. Okay, so let's go nab that. Tapped poorly. Alright, sure, you draw a card. So they could draw a vehicle and then have Greasefang. What does the Greasefang attack for? I think it's like, it's 13, right? I think they have exact lethal if they hit. Okay, don't need to do much else. Alright, well, should I go to 8? Does the 1 power matter? Not really. I don't think so, at least. Okay. So, Fatal Push is... So what if I sack an elf? Tap sack an elf. I shock to 8. Fatal Push here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So... What the hell could I possibly lose? And why aren't they conceding? They just have a blocker. Okay, I'll just Deep-Fiend them. I don't think it really matters. I think they're just very dead, and they don't want to scoop. I'm not really sure what else is happening. You're 2. Charming Prince. You can get blinked, I guess. Why not? Your upkeep. Lock. Upkeep stop. All right. Well, I don't think that he needed to go as long as it did, but they got me thinking about what they might have, even though I don't really think there was much they could have had. All right, I think I want the No More Lies. I guess I want Tidebinder. I want Skyclave Apparition. Do I want Clarion Conqueror? Yes, it's actually good, right? Shelter by Ghost. Rest in Peace. This piece is kind of interesting. Seamrip. Seamrip's okay. So I think all of these are going to come in. Is Knight of Autumn actually good? It kills Monument, and it's just like a guy. Can technically blow up their vehicles too. Shelter is also kind of interesting. I think I want the Seamrip for their shelters as well. I feel like all these cards are good. I think, I'm not sure if I need all of my Deep-Fiends. I could just go down on Deep-Fiends since my companies are getting worse. I still think the companies are probably decent though. 7. Maybe I should just have all my elves. So 5. I do think Deep-Fiend is good, but like I said, I can't necessarily have all of this stuff. Seamrip's just weird, like... It exiles their stupid 2-drops, though, which kind of seems important to me. So this is 3. Could do no more lies, but it does counter their 3-drops, which seems important. I guess they're going to be Thoughtseizing me. How important is Innocence? Reflector Mage is decent. Werefox is good. I can trim on these. I'm just going to trim a company, because I do feel like I'm kind of diluting my deck. And... it's fine. Okay, try this. I have a lot of cards that seem good against them. I don't know. I don't know what the best ones are necessarily, but I think we've got some decent options. I know blue mana, but I think we keep. Some of our cards get a little bit awkward with Rest in Peace, but I think it's worth having. Okay, so we have Monument, we have Skyclave Apparition. I hope they don't have another one. The only thing we're really worried about right now is Monument. I guess they could have the vehicle, that would be annoying as well, but... cards. Second line of text doesn't do much with Rest in Peace. But it's still just a body and a redraw, so no complaints there. The Werefox is nice. I don't have to deal with this indestructible idiot. We can even Werefox after they discard. That's something that seems important. Do they have second monument? That would suck. Could be the vehicle. Let's just Greasefang. Okay. So I can also Werefox my own thing. I think we'll just go Shield down. And then maybe we can start racing with our 5/6. So what can I do? I can Werefox my Empath. And then I can Deep-Fiend it, and then I get another Deep-Fiend. Sure. I don't think I'm blocking ever, right? Could double block here, but that seems fine. I think we're just gonna beat. I think we're just gonna race. Like, I don't even know if this is a good attack from my opponent. Maybe they have another blocker. Yeah, okay. 2 cards. So what does that mean? I could, if they block my 2/2 and then discard, I can Werefox my own 2/2. Get the redraw. I can also just Deep-Fiend them. I think we're gonna go with what I said. I guess I can wait. Like, getting rid of their mana doesn't really matter. They can't, like, they can attack with their 2/2s, I can just block with 5/6. Okay, I think... So what do I care about actually blinking with Werefox? I think my answer is not enough. I get to attack for 9. They can attack back for a bunch, but I have the thingy. So we drew a bunch of lands, but so our opponent doesn't have much going on. Fatal Push. Okay. There's damage. I'm taking 8. I'm showing 9, 11. So I guess we're gonna take. They have 1 blocker. I guess they could have Fatal Push. I have to gain 2 as well. So if I do this one, I could do 0. And then they can't Fatal Push me. Yeah. Okay, cool. GG's. Nice. Sweet little 2-0 for our first match. Love to see it. GG's. Alright. Well, this hand's got some issues. One issue, I guess, is I don't have blue mana. But if we find blue mana, and it's kind of nice. Or we just need a land, right? If we can get to this collected company, we might be okay. Yep. Do we have the oven? Okay. Let's draw a card. Sort of an interesting question to the opponent of, do you block? Because what if I have another dude? I think I'm fine. Like, it's not a big deal if they just block, but the fact that I get to draw an extra card means that the attack's probably sort of free to me because I'm attacking with a lifelinker. So if I had blue mana, it'd be pretty nice to be able to just like drown her down one of these things and pick up a card from Innocence, but Deadly Dispute. Okay. So let's see if they go after one of my elves, because they know I don't have the third land now. Alright, so they have Cat Oven going. Trail. Alright, well, game on. They've got all their stuff. We've got some stuff. We still need blue mana, though. Verge. Okay, I think I attack first. I guess they're just gonna bounce. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Yep, I guess the auto yield doesn't even work, right? Block, yep. I don't think the timing of yeah, if it didn't response in like Reflector Mage this goose, then they could just eat. That was a treasure. They could eat the food to draw, I guess. So. Okay. A lot of boringness. Alright, let's cast this company. Could empath instead, but I need blue mana, and it's more mana efficient the other way, so. Alright, cast company. It's kind of interesting. I guess I'll just eat the goose. It's gonna be weird to show them a Elder Deep-Fiend. Alright. Their deck is very good against Elder Deep-Fiend, by the way. All their cards are really cheap and they can just sack to block. So I don't really get to get them with all the tapping effects. It's okay, but... so what do we have? We have... Okay. Alright, blue sword's beautiful. Now you're go. Alright, so I'm gonna get infinited, right? I always forget that this deck is just a combo deck now. And it's gonna be really difficult for me to stop that. They need Scavenger's Talent, I suppose. But they have 2 Cauldron Familiars, so the second they cat me, we die, right? I don't think I can do anything about it. So this gives them a swamp. And then that gives them delirium. So I'm just dead. But maybe we draw blue source and we can just chain together a bunch of Deep Fiends. I can't really exile a Cauldron Familiar, can I? Wow, okay, we did it. So I can play a 2-drop, but I don't have the mana. I can do it next turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think we're just tapping all the lands. And yeah. They can't get a food anyway. So that means I serve with everybody. And then say go. And I guess we're sacking the empath. I think I want max pressure, even though the... Innocence has a dies trigger. Okay, well now it makes it a lot harder to kill them. But we can still chain together these Deep-Fiends for a while. So this always blocks here. Okay, your upkeep. Win or lose, this is definitely shown the deck's kind of capable of. Okay, so do I main phase my company, I guess? This is 14, but they get to gain a bunch. I guess it's fine either way. Don't have too much to worry about. Drowner, Innocence. Sure. Yeah, I think they're just going to be able to gain so much life. I'm not sure. I mean, it's going to be close, right? They're probably just dead, but they're going to get to do more stuff. I do have a lot of pressure, but like, I don't know. I guess it's +4 per. It's like a 9 swing every time. Pretty sad if we lose this game. What are the odds they cannot be dead next turn? Because they just have to like play blockers, right? I have the Drowner though, so maybe it doesn't really matter. 3 mana, so untap land gets them 4, which means they can't eager me. I guess since I have Drowner Reflector Mage, it's kind of unlikely they're going to be able to live, but I don't know. I'm not thinking about it too much. I kind of have one way of playing, which is what I'm doing. I guess actually I can Reflector Mage, even the Cauldron Familiar, right? I can Reflector Mage. And then Drowner when it comes back to block. So they're not going to be able to block the 8, or the 5, I mean. Don't mind me. Just getting a screenshot. Okay, so that's plus, so it's 12. So now they get the block no matter what, because they had double, whatever. Doesn't matter though. So it's block, I mean they're super dead, right? So block, sack, gain, block, sack, gain. So activate, so Reflector Mage, sack. New Familiar, Floodpits Drowner, sack, new Familiar. So I guess I'm playing this either way. I think they're just dead on board though now. I guess Fatal Push. So Fatal Push is still 14. Right? Second Reflector Mage. Didn't even make it. I guess it's plus 5. I'm probably losing enough mana that it doesn't really matter, but that might be relevant. Nah, it doesn't matter. Okay, so if they can stop us, we're dead. Oh, they have 2 blocks, don't they? Yeah, we're just dead. Huh. That's crazy we lost, right? So 14 is block 2. It's 7, 9, 9, and 13. So they go to 1 and then I lose. They could also have push though. I think they just beat me. That's crazy. Yay combo decks. There's nothing I can do. They had to hit another oven because I think the Drowner locks them out. But now it's so it's plus 6, right? So sack it back 10, sack it back 12, activate oven, sack it back 14. 2 blocks is 9, 10, 13. That's insane that they're just going to go to 1 and I'm going to lose, right? They have to mess it up, maybe? That's wild. If one of these was like maybe like a Skyclave Apparition. I don't think there's a way I can kill. They're just going to go to 1. That's just deviously foul. That's just offensively unfortunate. What can I do though? I guess I can draw Deep-Fiend off my Floodpits Drowner on their turn because of the double Innocence trigger. Right? Then I think they're still just going to have enough mana that it won't matter. And they have triple Cauldron Familiar, so I can't block one off, basically. Okay. So now this one comes back, and then this one bricks my Floodpits Drowner from stopping a blocker. And they're gonna go to 1, and there's just nothing I can do, because everything just lined up for them. That's really unlucky. So let me think. Does this it doesn't matter when this happens. If I do it now, they go to 14. They block 2, they take 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, go to 1. And I'm dead on board. So I have to hit the Deep-Fiend in, like, their upkeep, I guess. What does this even say? I don't think there's anything I can do. Yeah, this sucks. This is, like, actually painful to lose. I mean, I knew it was a possibility, but, like, I don't know. They just had to hit the third oven, otherwise they were dead on board. So now I have to draw my 4th Deep-Fiend. Oh my god. It doesn't matter, actually. Maybe it doesn't matter. They have untap land. Maybe it doesn't matter anyway. I don't know. They're gonna have untap land or just gonna die. But it's funny we drew it. Maybe they don't. Yeah, I guess the trail also just needs to find an untap land, which they get 4 looks at it. So yeah, I wonder where I messed up. Like I maximized my damage by not sacking the Innocence. And like we were just 1 short. I don't know if there was a way I could have gotten another point in a different way. I think this matchup just kind of going to be rough. But whatever. Maybe they brick. Did they reveal this? Or this was later. So 1 here. So they missed. They might be able to just live through this turn though, no? 4. I mean, they could have it in their hand, right? Yeah. Okay. Maybe they added the swamp at some point. I'm so sad, man. What a heartbreaking game to lose. I don't even, like, my opponent didn't even do anything. Like, they literally just sat there, God, I fucking hate this format. Why is it just all combo decks, dude? They just did nothing. They casted a Fatal Push and then some fucking Ovens and Cauldron Familiars. They didn't even play Magic, dude. They just did nothing. And now I'm getting combo killed. It's so lame. Whatever. We tried. We tried to do cool stuff. Pioneer sucks. Whatever. GG. You're better off just doing nothing and then combo killing your opponent than trying to have a synergistic deck that accomplishes cool things over turns. Alright. Man. That sucked. Yeah, I mean, it had to be. I don't know. They had to have three. It had to be a cat oven deck to be able to not die to Deep-Fiend, and then they had to hit the last one to go to exactly 1 on that turn. So, unlucky, but whatever. Hopefully it was a good viewing experience, even though I'm fucking tilted. Alright. Is Drowner even good? I don't think it's great. Tidebinder, I guess, stops a lot of their shit. I don't know if it's good, though. I'm taking out Elves because it's a Nomba with Clarion Conqueror. This doesn't really do anything, right? Probably one Tidebinder over this other shit. Like, Reflector Mage also doesn't really do that much. So, do I need all these Deep-Fiends is another question we can ask ourselves. Like, our companies are going to brick a little bit, but whatevs. Alright, let's try this. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If you're rewatching this, you can tell me where I went wrong. I'm not sure where I made the mistake, but it's one of those games where like you just feel like what are you supposed to do? It's so sad to lose a game when your opponent's life total is like that. I'm not sure. Maybe I could have just pressed damage in a slightly different way. Alright, well, this is the awkward spot of I'm just gonna play my stupid dragon. And I need to not trigger their, like, revolt or whatever. So I'm cutting off myself from Llanowar Elf, which is fine. I mean, I could just draw a land. And I do have a Floodpits Drowner as well. But I need to be careful not to enable their, like, fatal push type stuff. It's really funny to me how many combo decks are banned, and it's like, for the past like 4 years of Pioneer, they just don't ban anything, and there's just like so many decks that are probably worse than the current combo decks that exist. Whatever, I don't know. I don't work for Wizards. I don't make the ban list. I don't write the rules. We're just maxing damage, right? This is gonna be 6 to 9. And then it'll be 10 next turn, so -1, they need a blocker. I don't really think card advantage matters. I think we just do big hits. Clarion Conqueror is a hell of a card. I haven't played Pioneer since this card came out, but against decks like this, it does seem like a bit of a hammer. Sephiroth, Deadliest Future. So now this can get fatal pushed, and then they can probably just outgrind this with life gain. But maybe we have enough pressure that it's too late. It does unlock my Llanowar Elf as a consolation, but you're not dead on board. Why are we not conceding? How do people concede in Magic? I don't get it. Is there something I'm missing here? Oh. Okay, yeah. I don't know why. I guess I was thinking Clarion Conqueror was gonna stop that, but okay, you're not dead. Sorry, I'm dumb. I shouldn't open my stupid mouth. Yeah. So what does this say? This says activated. Okay, well, I mean, maybe it's not unreasonable for me to think that this would stop that. Activated ability of artifact creatures and planeswalkers can't be activated. I don't know what this is, actually. I guess it's not an activated ability, but I don't really know how that works. Hit another one, okay. This is just gonna get back. I guess they can't activate abilities, but okay. Whatever. One is gonna do more nothing and then beat me, and I'm stoked about it. Alright, your turn. That could be relevant if I'm not dead. I guess I just like. It's crazy that they're just winning through this. My opponent's draws really lined up so well against what I was doing. Alright, you top deck Abrupt Decay. Okay. I mean, am I just dead anyway? Does it even matter? Am I just going to lose to Cauldron Familiars? I have to do it with 4 blocks. So each is +2 is 12. So like they can do it with 1. I mean, the Deep-Fiend forces a sack as well. I'm just gonna die to this activation anyway. Yeah, unlucky. Okay. I'm just dead. Dude. This format is so unbelievably awful, man. It's so bad. Oh, shoot. Yeah. It's just like so unfun to play the games. Oh, people just sit on their fucking ass and just click buttons and then you're just dead. You're just getting Lotus Fielded. You're just getting whatever the fuck this bullshit is. There's just always another bullshit deck like Ban Amalia, Ban Vein Ripper, whatever. Yeah. I mean, they have 2, right? I don't know. My opponent just has this stone perfects. Like, could I have scripted a better hand for myself? Probably not. Alright, whatever. Ignore my salt. If you like Pioneer, I'm happy for you. Keep enjoying it. Every time I play it, though, dude, it's just like... I'm like, why would anyone want to play this? Why? Like, you can build cool decks. Like, my deck's cool and all, but, like, this is just how all the meta decks... Like, what is the fun thing? Am I supposed to play against Lotus Field? Am I supposed to play against Mice? Am I supposed to play against fucking whatever Mayhem Devil Sack? I don't know. It's just like the lamest shit. It's funny. Alright, good game. Salt. Get over it. Alright. I was waiting 20 minutes in a queue, about to give up, and we found an opponent. Play the Pioneer format. I will keep my hand. Okay. Thoughtseize. Yep. Pioneering. Anybody ever just play a game of Pioneer? Anybody ever just play a cool, neat game of Pioneer? Pioneer. That's my commentary for this match. I'm playing Pioneer. I'm playing it. Playing the format. The game is happening. It's Pioneer. It's a Pioneer game. Yeah. Oh, maybe we can just kill them. Maybe they just die to that thing. I don't know. Could happen, right? That's my plan. I'm not sending it back. You can keep it. Maybe I should send it back. Whatever. I'm fearless. I'm a fearless warrior. That thing definitely kills us. We have to find another one of these. I can double block. Is that even good? Nah, take it. That's annoying. Okay. So this trades. Then I don't get to Deep-Fiend them? Or do I actually? I just have to sack the elf. Okay. 8. How do I live though? 4, 6, 2. So I can't. If I emerge, I die. Wait, I'm just dead. All right, they have a removal spell anyway. Okay. Pioneer, playing Pioneer gameplay. Getting Thoughtseized, getting murdered, dying in a game of Pioneer. All right. Opponent is some sort of black aggro deck. I guess I want this shit. I mean, their deck is actually pretty annoying. Maybe their deck's good. Because, like, I'm trying to think of what I would possibly do that would be good against what they're doing, and it's kind of difficult, actually. They're probably just a bunch of beatdowns and Unholy Annex. I guess maybe I want Knight of Autumn. Could have No More Lies, I guess. I mean, if they just double Thoughtseize Fatal Push me and then have the nuts, like, I'll die. That's how it works. You know, you got me. You win. Drawing 2 Deep-Fiends after that happening is not good. So let's take out 1. Do I want Knight of Autumn? I think I just want, like, the grindy parts of my deck. Like, the Collect Company stuff seems important. I do need some amount of Deep-Fiends. Do I want Shelter by Ghost just to race? I'm going to try it. It's not perfect, but I'm going to try it. Let's just take out an elf. Okay. Well, my opening hands are good, but if they just go Fatal Push, Thoughtseize, none of it will matter. Okay. Yeah. Well, they're gonna kill the Skyclave Apparition and get an 8/8, so that's my favorite. Maybe they don't have another removal spell. The question is, do I want to top this elf? I think I probably do. Seems fine. So removal spell eats Innocence. Could just not attack. Okay, another Drowner. Alright, well that means I still get to Drowner on their turn, so I guess we will just attack. Alright, here we go. It's kind of annoying that top deck to Thoughtseize, but I still think I have to do it now. Yeah, I'm in. Got my freebie, I guess. They're at 6. So can they put a demon into play? I guess even the lifelinker probably stops them from dying. It's 8. They take 7. Oh, the drain from the annex means they die though, so. Okay, cool. Alright. Well, we had some good draws. Things didn't go perfectly for them. That's all good news. So I was right about the annex. Do I want to change my deck for it? Like I could have Tidebinder, Night of Autumn. No More Lies is a bit rough. What else would Night of Autumn hit? It's just gonna hit Annex. Or it's gonna gain life, I guess. Tidebinder does what? Tidebinder doesn't really do much for me either, right? Got all these other ways to interact with creatures. I think we just go again. Hope to not get Thoughtseize into Oblivion. Yeah, I think I have to keep. It's not perfect, but I have double Enduring Innocence. If they have an aggro start, we might just get ran over, but it's not good to mulligan against them anyway. Starting time's been nice. Yeah, that's the problem. I think it's going to be very annoying. Alright, I think it's clear they have removal spell, but like, whatever, maybe they have to cast removal spell instead of playing a 3-drop. Annex, sure. Well, I think we lost. Maybe Drowner can help us get it done, but... Okay, what do I want to do? Is it just Innocence and pray things come together? Missing on lands is gonna be the reason we're dead. We kept a 2-lander. Drew an elf, but you know, we didn't find another land. Our deck has 23 lands. I've intentionally have a high land count for an 8-elf deck. Because we have so much stuff to do. Like our cards all draw. Well, yeah, unfortunate, really. I guess we can hope. Could Drowner? I think I just elf and hope to draw a blue source. Yeah, sad way to lose. So it goes. Such is magic. I think I might call the video here. We got to see the deck do its stuff. Waiting 20 minutes in a queue to play a match is just like not it though. Like it's pretty bad. Okay, so we go to 7. We go to 3, and then a Reflector Mage. I mean, we're just gonna die to the second demon, so it doesn't matter. Nice. A land. We won. So double blocks, but I have to shock, so it doesn't matter. Drowner's 4. It's 1 and 2. I don't think there's anything I can do here. Okay, good game. GG's. All right. We got a fast enough match, so we're going again. Yeah. Unable to screen, that's annoying. Alright, well, we've got some Deep-Fiends. We're getting Fable of the Mirror Breakered. My opponent pyroclasming me? Sure. I didn't have enough keep stop. Well, I probably should have Deep-Fiended them. That's awkward. I guess we're companying now. It's my bad. Now they're just gonna Indomitable Creativity and I'm gonna lose because I didn't Deep-Fiend. That's awkward. Well, whatever. Got checked out anyway, obviously. Alright, no punish. Could main phase it. I don't really know how I'm beating Indomitable Creativity anyway. Just hope they don't have another Spell Pierce or whatever. This is 6, so I need 7. Or no, I can just pay 6. Okay. Yeah, they get to use the mana on their clues, but it's not the end of the world for me. And they're gonna have a blocker, I guess, with the Fable flip. I have another deduce. Okay. Again, I'm not too worried about it. Countering the 5/6, that would be a problem, but could have unable to scream for it, I guess, but we have another one, so we can just sack the other Deep-Fiend off. Yeah, it's annoying. Four to 10. Kind of a weird matchup. It's probably a bad matchup for me, I think, but not 100% sure. It seems like it's difficult for me to interact with the Indomitable Creativity part of their deck, which they didn't have yet, but, you know, it could be a thing in the next few games. So they still have 3 mana, so they could go land Creativity or whatever. Yeah, it's brutal. Well, another Deep-Fiend, that's funny. That's probably going to be tilted if they die because of that. I drew 4 companies and tutored 2 Deep-Fiends. That's crazy. I think I just still ice all their mana. Like, yeah, this is a blocker, but they have to answer the other 5/6. And then I do have a company for something that will probably be able to remove a blocker. Alright, we'll have to show it to him. Good whiff. This is hilarious. Guess, yeah, no treasure. Alright, blue-red. How do I fight over all this bullshit? A million spell pierces. High Noon doesn't do anything. I guess I want no more lies. So Valgavoth and Atraxa, I think, are the two things I have to beat. I could Tidebinder the Atraxa trigger. For the most part, it's just gonna be hard to beat Indomitable Creativity, right? I have one counterspell. I think we're just going to be sad, and that's sort of life. I mean, maybe it's worth just having Tidebinder and hoping that they hit the 5th, like, I win the coin flip. Because what else am I gonna do? I don't know how many other text boxes this is gonna have, but, like... the removal stuff's not great anyway. I guess I can blow up a Valgavoth by sacking a bunch of my board. I just have to Deep-Fiend them a ton. Do I want Night of Autumn for... just to blow shit up? Maybe it's fine, actually. I just don't have that many cards that seem important. I could have Selfless Spirit, I guess, just in case they have, like, Anger of the Gods, but... not that worried about it. Okay, so boom, boom, boom. What do I want to trim? They didn't show Torch the Tower, so these looked decent. I don't really need Woodland Acolyte. Run it back. Do I keep this? I guess I'll try it. Like, if in the world where they just like kill an elf anyway, this hand's fine. I just have 3 lands and stuff. Like they're pretty heavily incentivized to have a hand, like to keep a hand that kills an elf. And maybe that's not actually true, but I'm just gonna hope. Well, that's awkward. It's fine. See if it dies. Yep. So am I getting Fabled? I'm playing against the best mid-range card in the history of ever. We are. Yep. Oh, I played the wrong land. I've played the wrong land like a buffoon. I love Fable the Mirror Breaker because no matter how you deal with it, you're behind. It's my favorite part. Unless you counter it, smile, just counter it. Just play 4 Spell Pierce like my opponent. Smart. Yep. Truly broken card. Alright, well, how am I stopping any of their bullshit? I'm just not. We just need to be okay with getting creativity-ed. I suppose... I don't know how many sensors are in their deck. I suppose... I actually could have paid for that, right? If I played the right land. I could, like, leave up Tidebinder and then hope they flip Atraxa. I still have to beat a 7/7 at that point. They should have nothing. They're just flooded. I think I can leave up Tidebinder. Maybe I just jam to the board. And am I supposed to double block this thing? I guess not. I don't know. I have a billion mana. It's pretty bad for me if they have... I mean, bad for me is maybe not the right word, but they're about to cast... So they can cast Atraxa or Valgavoth. I hate Fable so much. It's such a stupid fucking card, man. Okay. Well, the Tidebinder would have worked from the perspective of stopping it. I don't know if it would have mattered. They probably could have just countered it because they have a bunch of mana. Because their 3-drop that I destroyed made a 2/2 that made 3 treasures. Okay. Run it back. Run it back and hope that they don't have the Fable of the Mirrorbreaker card. Because that one causes problems. It's always fun playing a fair deck in Pioneer, and then your opponent plays one singular Fable of the Mirrorbreaker, and you're like, why am I doing any of the things I'm doing? Like, why would I do any of the things that are the point of my deck when I could simply just do anything else and play Fable of the Mirrorbreaker? It's just better than every other mid-range thing you could ever even conceive. It is just such a disgusting card. Alright, we're going to keep Sanding's lands. It's always funny when I see modern decks and they just play like Fable the Mirrorbreaker over the Modern Horizons cards. I think it does a really good idea of conveying the power level of the card, where it's like, yeah, I mean, this is just better than the sets that ruined Modern. Or what they have to offer, I should say. Alright, we drew a land. Love to see it. Our hand's kind of good, I guess. I don't know. I basically have a grizzly bear, right? So they're going to get to just counter my Innocence on curve. Let's stop here. Good hope they don't have it. I was hoping they don't have it better. Nah, I mean, this is still good if this resolves, so I think it's a better play. My mana's worked out relatively well. I don't know if it's good, but it's worked out decently. Please don't play the thing. Don't play the thing. Don't play the thing. It's funny that in like both instances I have Knight of Autumn, but I still just feel like I'm gonna lose the game if they play Fable the Mirrorbreaker. I guess I get 2 blockers at least, so maybe the Goblin can't make 3 treasures this game, but wouldn't be that surprising if they were able to just kill 2 things. They are a blue-red deck. Okay. I attack you. Opponent missed land. We topped a counterspell, so that's good. I don't know what I'm doing if they go after my elf. I don't really hate saving it, but I'm not sure that I need to. I think since this is a redraw, I will fight over it. Like if they draw land and they just jam and like Fable me, I'm probably just gonna company and hope that what I'm doing is better than what they're doing. That's annoying. Okay. I get to resolve this though. Oh no, what have I done? I think it's fine against the Spell Pierce deck, but like, I don't know. No, that's not what we wanted to hit. I don't even know. Tidebinder probably shouldn't be in my 75. I just threw together a side deck, but yep. Hitting one body sucks. Like even 2 3/2s or whatever would be nice, but we will see. So cycle. Well, how are we beating this creativity? It might just be dead. Yeah, of course. Easy. Fuck your combo deck. We top deck. Yay. GG. Woohoo.